everyone today? Lovely to see you all. As I walked up on stage, I see I have a little bit of a technical issue that I have to address very quickly. So just talk amongst yourselves for a moment. There we go. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do this. This is very interesting, isn't it? Okay. Now it's all set. Welcome to Unity of Tucson. I am Reverend Jonathan Zenz. I'm the minister here. I just want to let you know that I'm feeling particularly hyper and excited today, which I don't know what that means, but we're going to go with it. Welcome to March and the month where we're going to celebrate the power of strength. And if you are able and would like to get up and dance to our opening song, please feel free to do so. Brand new song for this month. You ready? You ready? Something great has happened and love has taken hold and it won't let go of us now. Something here is calling us forward, upward motion. We're drops in one ocean. Roll on. Will you rise up with me today? Lift up your voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the voice of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with a world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment of our greatness. Let's stand together now. Oh, oh. Every day's a chance you can do something amazing to feel your passion blazing and shine. Paint with every vision and dance in new directions. Explode to new heights in your mind. I will rise up with you today. Lift up my voice and boldly say, we are the ones we've been waiting for. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the voice of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with a world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment of our greatness. Let's stand together. Live the dream of your highest calling. Be the voice of a new day dawning. We're the ones who can make a difference. Let's stand together. Share your gifts with a world that's waiting for a change that we're all creating. It's the moment of our greatness. Let's stand together now. Let's stand together now. I love high energy. It's my thing. I love it. So yes, once again, good morning, beautiful, beautiful humans. Oh, look at all these magnificent faces, and I'm so grateful to see your beautiful faces after these many years of essentially wearing masks every single weekend. Ah, it's so great to have you here. Welcome to another glorious Sunday morning here at Unity of Tucson, where we are here to celebrate life. We are here to celebrate love. We are here to celebrate the inherent magnificence that is each and every one of us. We are a spiritual community that is here to teach practical tools for a better life. And those practical tools are rooted in a spiritual practice and spiritual concepts. And what I have found is that as I have put spiritual practice to work in my life has gotten better. So that's what has drawn me to be in this role, to encourage everyone I meet, not just on a Sunday, but everyone I meet, everywhere I go, to engage in some spiritual practice, because it does make life better, I believe. Now, you may not believe everything you hear today. I want you to hear that. You may not believe everything you hear today, and that's okay. I do think that you're going to hear something you believe, and I think it's also important that we explore what it is we believe, because as the great Master Jesus said, it is done unto you as you believe. And so our lives are unfolding based on our beliefs, based on our thoughts, based on our feelings, and the interplay of all of those things together. So it's a good time to question, and question everything. I'm a questioner, infinite questioner. You are here on purpose, whether you know it or not. I'm like, I'm going to tell a very quick story about how I got to be here. And the story goes back about 20 years. So it's a very quick story. No, I joke. I was just mentioning to somebody today that I can trace back my lineage to becoming a minister back to an audition, back in the days when I was still working as an actor, an audition for a musical in a community theater production of Blood Brothers, which if you don't know that musical, if you do know that musical, I'd be surprised. But that show it transferred to another theater. At that theater, I met some people that cast me in a show called Angels in America. That show went to the NoHo Arts Center, which was also a church, the NoHo Arts Center for New Thought, which is where I came to know the New Thought philosophy and became engaged in the New Thought philosophy. And within a few months of my being there, I went, oh, I'm meant to be a minister. So that's why I say you are here on purpose, whether you know it or not. That was a purposeful event, and I didn't even know it at the time. So, it's birthday. It's the birthday month. So when you were coming in, you may have been asked by our greeter if you were celebrating a birthday in the month of March. And you would have been asked to fill out a ballot with your name and your birth date, and then checking a charity off that you would like to support. So is there anyone who is celebrating a birthday in the month of March who did not fill out a ballot? Because Roberta has got ballots that she will happily pass out. Roberta, there is someone at the sound mixer who is celebrating a birthday. Yes. All right, so Roberta's going to take care of that. We have a vision and a mission here at Unity of Tucson, and I would love for you to share with me the words of our vision statement. Here they are. We envision a world awakened to its magnificence. Now, the vision is how we see the world, and the mission is how we get there. So will you share with me these practical steps to this, to seeing through to this vision? Here they are. Love only. Forgive everything. Remember who you are. For me, the entire New Thought philosophy distills down to these three ideas. Love only, forgive everything, remember who you are. If you're joining us for the first time today, if you're online joining us for the first time, I do want to say hello and thank you for joining us virtually. There is a way that you can connect with us. If you go to unitytucson.com/connect, you can fill out some information there, and we'll be sure to get back to you and create a connection, and grateful to have you here. If you are in the room joining us for the first time today, and if you have a willingness to identify yourself by standing up, we have a gift for you. So is there anyone who's joining us for the first time today? Please feel free to stand up. Grateful to have you here. Thank you. William's going to bring around a gift, and here's what's going to happen. I want you to stay standing because there's something else, another gift that we have to offer, and that is this community has done its research into you. We know something about you. We do. We have found out something about you. Is everyone ready? On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. You are magnificent. Yes, you are. Thank you for joining us, shining your light and sharing your magnificence. Now, I do joke, but we do know that about you because every single person we encounter is inherently a reflection of that which is us. And so I think that we should all exclaim for ourselves this: I am magnificent. Ooh, let's do that one more time with a lot more gusto. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I am magnificent. Yes. Like I said, I got an extra hyper going on today. I would love to have you welcome to the stage our keeper of the flames today. Would you please welcome Winnell Waters to the stage?
When I did the last magnificent, it came off.
Okay, well, I'm going to help you get your microphone placed again. There we go.
Thank you.
Winnell is here to help by lighting these candles on stage. These candles represent the various faith traditions of the world. And in this ceremony, this ritual that we've adopted here, it is our desire to begin to understand that all faith traditions, all religious paths, all spiritual ideas are all born out of one thing, and that is love. And so let's celebrate that here today by first lighting a candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light a candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the divine will of love as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light a candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And we light a candle for all the faith traditions which go unnamed in this ceremony, and for any seekers who may be as yet unaware of the power and the presence of spirit in their lives, and for the space that we keep open for them in our own hearts. This final candle we light is the healing candle. The healing candle represents the uncovering of the God essence at the core of all creation. For that is how we teach healing. When we recognize that God is at the core of it all, we experience healing in the physical world. It begins in mind and flows forth into experience. And so this is your candle for whatever is in your mind and in your heart that requires the light. How are you feeling today?
Just fine.
Of course. Winnell is going to talk to us a little bit this morning about the experience she has had with the homework that I gave last week at the completion of my Sunday message. Now, if you are new to our community, I give homework every week. It's up to you to decide if you're going to do it. I'm not grading you. Well, I might be grading you. I'm not grading anybody on their homework. But I invite the keepers of the flames to talk about how the homework worked for them in their lives. So let me remind everybody what the homework was last week. I said this: practice curiosity. Mm-hmm. Actively practice curiosity. What does that mean? Notice. Just live in a state of noticing throughout the week. Simply notice. Be an observer without letting an opinion or judgment take over. Just observe. And then I love this. You notice, and then notice what you notice. And in noticing, actively see through the infinite lens of love. So tell me what happened for you this week.
Well, I had the best assignment of all, because number one, to do this, you have to stay in present time. And so I live in a new neighborhood, and I don't know about it, and it's old, and it has nooks and crannies. And so just looking at different things, it's like, oh, it was like discovery. And then there was such appreciation. I was watching some landscapers try to do this yard and cutting all these cactuses and everything. Their hands were, I just thought, how can they do this? This is wonderful. And so the whole week was like that. I could go on and on. But the real thing that really happened that surprised me, well, they were all real, was that I began to lose judgment. And God, it made it so much easier. It's like when you're listening to somebody and you're thinking, when is this going to end? Or why are you doing this? It's like, and you forget that. You actually, I think they can hear me.
Yeah, they can.
You actually just, it's just so much, you begin to appreciate them. Mm-hmm. That was it. So the appreciation and the being in present time. So then, this is the one I have to tell you about, though. I went to the library to rent movies. That's what I do. And so I was curious about Rebel Wilson. I have always heard about her, and I've seen her, and she was in a movie. So I thought, well, I'll rent this. And my God, Chris Hemsworth or whatever, Thor is in it. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll rent this movie, And, it's what is it, rom-com, romantic comedy. And so I'm sitting there watching it, and it kind of does the normal thing about she doesn't realize she's in love with this guy, and, and it gets all confused. And at the one point, she keeps getting knocked out, and she comes back to life, sort of like, and she's in a different place. Well, at the end, she's chasing the guy she thinks that always wanted her, and she realized she really does, and he's marrying someone. And all of a sudden, she gets knocked on the head, and she goes, "Why am I chasing this guy?" She said, "The person I need to love is me." And I went, "What? This is in a movie?" And she said, "Yeah." She said, "I treat myself like this, that, like I don't count. And, no wonder they do this to me at the job. And, I can't expect either of these guys to make me happy. I'm the only one who could do that." And I went, "Has she been listening to Jonathan?" So anyway, the last 15 minutes of the movie is her changing what she does at work. And she does kind of get together with the guy at the office, but it's not they get together and live happily ever after, whatever that is. And it's like, wow. And I started thinking about that during the week. What are you doing that's nice to Winnell? And do you love her? I almost got out the Louise Hayes tapes and said, and looked at the mirror, "Love yourself." And it was like, that one was a shot.
Yeah. You brought up a really good point that I want to reiterate this point, because I think it kind of went kind of like this. You expressed that there was a discovery of non-judgment.
Yes.
Right? And what really hit for me is this idea. We can never be in judgment if we are fully immersed in the present moment.
No.
Because judgment is rooted in past paradigms, in past ideas that we are drawing into our present moment. So if we're truly living in the present moment, letting go of those old ideas that usually weigh us down, then we cannot ever be in judgment. So that's a great lesson.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Winnell. Yeah. Winnell Waters, everyone. So we continue our experience of the Season for Nonviolence, which we began on the end of January, and will continue through the beginning of April. Every Sunday during this time period, we are inviting a different member of our community that we are calling a peacemaker to share with us some quotes, as well as an affirmation and a peace practice. So today, our peacemaker is Mirta Nebeker. Please welcome Mirta.
Good morning. Our Season for Nonviolence focus today is mindfulness. I will share several quotes from popular mindfulness teachers to introduce our topic. From Thich Nhat Hanh, mindfulness is the energy of being aware and awake to the present moment. And it is a set of disciplines for living fully in the present moment in a spirit of compassion towards oneself and others. He taught that our breathing is always with us like a faithful friend. Conscious breathing, he said, is the key to uniting body and mind and bringing the energy of mindfulness into every moment of our life. Jack Kornfield writes, "Mindfulness is a practice of loving kindness for yourself and others, a practice for steadying your body and heart and mind. It is learning to meet our complex world and our changing mental states with mindful, loving awareness and courage." With these ideas in mind, let's share this week's affirmation and then move on to our peace practice for the week. I will say the affirmation through once, and as I do, I invite you to really take in these words. The affirmation is, I am mindful that what I seek is the thing that causes me to seek. Now, let's say that together as a community. I am mindful that what I seek is the thing that causes me to seek. And one more time. I am mindful that what I seek is the thing that causes me to seek. let's take time now to settle in to our conscious practice for this week. Our practice is to mindfully embody the present moment through breath and awareness. If it is comfortable for you to close your eyes as we begin, please feel free to do so. You can also leave them open and find a point of focus. Whatever allows you to turn your attention to your inner life. Let's turn our attention to our breathing, just becoming aware of the breath. Let go to the need for control. Just notice. Now, notice what you notice. Just notice. In this deepened state of noticing, I invite you to repeat after me. I am here.
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 I am here. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are is pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are is pure spirit. We are life, we are love, we are light, we are joy, we are peace, we are wisdom and beautiful harmony. We are pure spirit. I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are is pure spirit.
Let's take a few deep breaths and go to that sacred space. One presence. As I share my gifts with others, I know that all are blessed. Love, peace, and goodness are multiplied in this infinite circulation. I affirm that as I am connected to the divine, I am guided and inspired to share my gifts. It is with gratitude that I trust, born of being of sacred service to others. And so it is. Amen.
I remember who I am. I remember who you are and who we are is pure spirit. Yes, who we are is pure spirit. Thank you, Deborah,
Thank you.
for that beautiful prayer. Deborah also now has a sacred reading that she is here to share with us as our prayer chaplain today.
This reading is from a meditation by Ernest Holmes called Living the Science of Mind. I know there is a power for good that enables me to help others and bless the whole world. I bless and prosper in everything I am doing. I multiply every activity. I accept and expect happiness and complete success. Realizing that I am one with all people, I affirm there is a silent power flowing through me and them, which blesses and heals and prospers.
Thank you, Deborah. Always grateful for the magnificent offerings that come through our community every Sunday. And our guest singer today is no different. Now, if you get the Friday email, you may have said, but there was no announcement of our guest singer. It's because we do like to keep things a little secret sometimes. When we talked about the song to be offered today, it's a song that this particular person said, I love, 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 love that song. And so she has decided to sing it for us today. Please welcome Linda Ackerman.
Thank you.
You've got a light, and it's shining up for everyone to see. You've got a light, and it's shining up for everyone to see. By some kind of miracle, now I feel that light in me. You've got love, and it's shining up for everyone to see. You've got love, and it's shining up for everyone to see. By some kind of miracle, now I feel that love in me. You got a joy running through you now that just can't be denied. You got a spirit lighting up the sky, lighting up the sky. You got a power, you got the power, and it's shining up for everyone to see. You got a power, and it's shining up for everyone to see. By some kind of miracle, now I feel that power in me. One more time, boys. By some kind of miracle,
Joshua Carruthers, Rafael Carruthers. Wow, right? Yeah, that's a good song. Yeah, it certainly gets us going. Yeah, you got a light, you got a light, you got a love, you got a power. This month we are looking at the power of strength as one of the 12 powers that has been articulated by Charles Fillmore and adopted into the Unity movement. Each month we look at one of the different powers. So this month it's the power of strength. We just finished the power of love. But we're into the power of strength now, right? Yes. And I wanted to start with because I'm going to talk about strength in a particular way. I want to start with a quote from Mahatma Gandhi. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. And I had this kind of thought today that, we're celebrating the season for nonviolence. And I don't know if you understand or I don't know that it's been articulated why the season for nonviolence starts on January 30th and concludes on April 4th. So on January 30th is the date that Mahatma Gandhi made his transition. And April 4th is the date that Martin Luther King Jr. made his transition. And so those 64 days have been adopted by the Association for Global New Thought and have been developed into this thing we call the Season for Nonviolence. And they send these practices out, not just to churches, but to businesses and schools. And it's not meant to be a religious thing. It's just meant to say, let us actively pursue nonviolence. Let us actively pursue peace. And I think this is a time in our experience of life where that message is relevant as we see what's happening in the world. And I'm not going to devolve into that today. I don't want to bring everybody down. But peace begins right where we are. Nonviolence begins right where we are. And as we allow that inherent nature, because that is an inherent nature, as we allow that to inform our thoughts, our deeds, our intentions, our actions, we create a peaceful experience in this world. And part of what that can lead to is this idea, allowing ourselves to be in service to others. And part of my message today is to say there is absolute strength in service. And I want to celebrate that today. I want to celebrate service today. To be in service to others is to honor the creative nature. What is the creative nature? We have a word for it. We call it God. The inherent creative nature, the inherent creative energy from which all experience and expression springs forth. To be in service is an honoring of that nature that is the core of our beingness. It is our identity, that very nature. And we are spiritual beings, as I say, having a spiritual experience. Now, a lot of people say we are spiritual beings having a human experience. You ever hear that? I disagree. I disagree. Because that sets humanity as something else. And we teach unity here. And so I want to start to accept the understanding that everything we experience in the world of form, all the physical stuff, is spiritual experience. It is spiritual in its nature because there can be nothing separate from spirit. So we are spiritual beings having a spiritual experience. Does that mean that the spiritual experience is always to our liking? I can look at a lot of things in the world right now and say that is a spiritual experience that is not to my liking. But I have a mind and I have a heart and I know how I choose to be in relationship to those things in life. And as I choose peace, as I choose love, as I choose light, and as I choose harmony, that is what becomes my experience. And if we collectively choose that more and more and more, then that energy radiates out from the center of each and every one of us to create something magnificent in this world. And that is how we will find an end to conflict. We are not relegated to live in conflict ever. We are the point of power to express and create peace globally, universally. So let us elevate our thinking to that consciousness that we never need to minimize ourselves to the lowest common denominator of challenge. of conflict, of war. We don't have to do that. One of the magnificent ways that we can activate this is through the act of giving. Giving, to me, is living. Giving is living, because any place we restrict the flow, we restrict life itself. Every place we restrict the flow limits our experience of the infinite. And it creates a construct that roots itself in jargon alert. I have to do that sometimes because, we have our own language in this movement, and sometimes if you're not familiar with it, you're going to go, what the heck is he talking about? So I'm using some jargon now, but I'm going to explain it. The law of correspondence. Is everyone going, what the heck is he talking about? The law of correspondence is essentially this. It is cause and effect. For everything that exists in our world, that is the effect, there is some cause behind it. And what we teach within this philosophy is that the cause is rooted entirely in consciousness. And so we get to activate that cause to create the constructs of our lives. And it flows forth utilizing the law of correspondence. It's so heavy. I love it. Ooh, yeah. A reverse way of looking at that is another jargon word that I actually talked about last week or the week before, which is mental equivalent. Mental equivalent. There is a corresponding thing in the world for every idea we have in mind. And it's funny, I do this sometimes. I point to here as though this is where mind resides. There is a corresponding thing in form for every idea we have in mind. And mind being our heart space as well. So I'm not going to, if you want to go deeper into this idea of mental equivalent, get thee to class. Because we can dig down deep into that jargon and you can start to learn the language. But really what I want to get to is everything that exists in our world is the result of that which is in mind. That which is in mind. That which is in the infinite consciousness. Romans 13:10 states, love is the fulfillment of the law. And so if we're living within a law of correspondence and everything out there is the result of some mental idea, then love is the fulfillment of that which is within. The experience and expression of love is the result of an inherent love that is at the core of our being. And love itself can be defined as the self-givingness of God to itself for the purposes of creation. What? Love is the circulation of energy that coalesces itself into expression and experience. Love is the self-givingness, that nature within each and every one of us that says, I am here to give. That is love. The self-givingness is everything, from what we perceive as the smallest little thing, to that which we perceive in the macro, the largest. And it's all reflective of consciousness, everything in form. Unity is a way of life. It's not a religion. It's a way of life. It is beyond philosophy or faith. It is the way we utilize philosophy and faith in practice in our lives. So the power of the New Thought teachings, of which unity is a part, lies in the action that follows our thought, that follows our belief, that follows the feeling tone that we experience. I talked in class just this past Wednesday about how thoughts and beliefs and feeling all work together to create the quality of our life. And each aspect of that is like an equation exponentially affecting the quality of our life. our thoughts are exponentially affected by our beliefs, and all of that is exponentially affected by our feeling, and all of that creates this. What's happening right here and right now, what's happening within each and every one of us right here and right now. There is a magnificent way to benefit and to elevate our belief and to elevate our feeling and to elevate our thought, and that is through service. Unity is also a way of being. It's a way of being. An understanding of being. An understanding of being is the capacity we have to live just as Winnell talked about in this present moment and let go of all the BS from our history, belief system.
Yeah, of course.
I just wanted to be very clear. I think it's time that we move away collectively from holding on to this notion that there is a requisite set of beliefs. I learned it as a child, so I must experience it in my adulthood. That is not true. Let go, let go, let go. We have to let go of those requisite sets of beliefs that we carry with us that are not working for us. Now, there are beliefs, I want to be very clear. There are beliefs that are working for us, because, we oftentimes go, let go of the beliefs. But you can keep the good ones, that's okay. That's totally fine. But thinking there is a requisite set of beliefs that we carry with us throughout our life is a way that we can take ourselves away from expressing the most loving experience of life, if those beliefs are not in alignment with that. So, if you are ready to express every moment of your life in a loving way, let go of any belief. Let go of any belief. Let go of any belief that is not in alignment with that. So, I keep coming back around to it. A loving life can be expressed through service. Strength can be expressed through service. The way we interact and work together as a community is a way that we can engage actively love. Our service and the way we engage in service is not a path to any form of salvation. Because what is there to be saved from? Anyone have an idea? If I were to ask that question, what is it that you have to be saved from? Is there anyone who has any idea? And this is not a rhetorical question. Shocker. Anyone have any idea? Yeah. What is it?
I need to be saved from the 7 deadly sins.
Where did you learn that you had to be saved from the 7 deadly sins?
From the 12-step program.
You learned that from the 12-step program. Okay. All right. Yes.
My own limited thoughts.
Your own limited thoughts. Bingo. And if you adopt this idea that the 7 deadly sins are something that you have to be saved from, that's a belief. So there it is, right? We embody these beliefs because sometimes we've heard them in programs. And we say, it is up to us to question whether or not that is accurate for us. There is value. I want to be very clear. There is value to the 12-step program. I'm not here to knock the 12-step program, but I think we also need to understand who we are individualized in the experience of 12-step programs if that's where we are. And you get to decide what that is. You get to decide what you adopt. You get to decide what beliefs are in service to your best life. Through service, I believe we find deeper connection. And isn't that why we all show up on a Sunday? We want to connect. We want to be in community. We want to be able to hug and see each other's faces. And I say that very clear that it's been a long time since we've seen the wholeness of people's faces for a very long time. We want that connection. We desire that connection that's part of the spiritual experience we are having. So spiritual strength as opposed to physical strength, both have value. But today what I'm talking about is spiritual strength, to find that which is within, that inner life that says, I know who I am and I know how to give. I know who I am and I know how to give. Spiritual strength is our capacity to live undaunted, And to know the source of power is consciousness, and move away from the belief that there's any power in circumstances or the experiences of the world. Circumstances change. Spiritual strength never changes. Circumstances change, but spiritual strength never changes. It is the core of who we are. Spiritual strength can be developed, our access to that which is inherent, and the shedding of whatever is in the way of that spiritual strength, because we build a lot of things to cover up that spiritual strength. Shedding that spiritual strength is the way that we can develop our experience of spiritual strength, and one way to develop that is through service. You sensing a theme here today? So I want to talk about the concept of seva. Anyone ever hear the word seva? A couple of hands. Seva is a Sanskrit word, and it means an act of selfless service. An act of selfless service. I have decided today I want it to be themed in seva, the way that we can act selflessly in service to our community here at Unity and to our community as a whole. Because if we are truly looking to change the circumstances of our experience of life, it begins by acting in ways that are loving and compassionate and kind and rooted in the service that we have in our hearts to offer to others. It's about the benefit of the whole, the community. That's what seva is about, the benefit of the whole. How do we benefit the whole through our service? And it's more, it's about the benefit of the whole more than it is about the benefit of the one. But here's the thing, the one benefits when the whole benefits. And so the degree to which we can give over to utilizing what it is we have right where we are to benefit the whole, we are serving ourselves as well as the community. An unexpected sign of strength, here, you ready for this? An unexpected sign of strength is asking for support when you need it. Is that hard for some people? Yeah. I've had a challenge asking for support when I need it because I was taught to be resilient and to step forward and just do it, right? Sometimes we need support, sometimes we need help. That's okay. Recognize when it is yours to actually seek support and know that it is available to you. You know, society really does give us society gives us this lesson of just suck it up, right? Suck it up and move on. You don't have to do that. Let yourself off the hook from ever thinking you have to do that. We are a community here that is growing. It is evidenced every single Sunday as we welcome more people into this room, more people online, more people into the expression and experience of sacred community. And this community needs support. So Seva Sunday, I had this idea at the beginning of the year and decided to do it today, is like a job fair. If you haven't been into Harmony Hall, I invite you to step into Harmony Hall at the completion of the service today and go speak to the people in our community who have opportunities for you to be in service. And there may be ways that you can be in service that never occurred to you because we don't always advertise every single one of them. But here we're trying to put them all in one room at the same time, and you can go around and talk to people about what it is they need and the ways that you can support them. Service is everything. And so to bookend, I started with Gandhi, just as the way the season for nonviolence starts. I'm going to find my way towards completion with this, Martin Luther King Jr. Life's persistent and most urgent question is, what are you doing for others? What are you doing for others? Let's begin to live this question. Live the question. And I say that because sometimes we think we want to jump right to an answer. Sometimes it's better to just live the question and see where it leads us. We may be inclined to ask it of others, but it is an important question that we must ask of ourselves too. So in that, imagine the you is you. What are you doing for others? What are you doing for others? Let the you be yourself. Just consider for a moment. Just consider for a moment what is in your heart, what is in your consciousness, and the way that you get to create a more loving, peaceful, and harmonious world. You get to do that. What a blessing it is. Celebrate it. That's what service, celebration, service is all about. Explore the possibilities. Find a way to serve. Be willing to live and serve in unexpected ways. Life, it has been said, is what is happening on the other side of your comfort zone. There may be things that come up and like, oh, I can't do that. Maybe you can. Have you ever tried? Push through that comfort zone. Love is the self-givingness of God. Activate that self-givingness inherent in you. Today is service, celebration service. And the lyric, you got a light, it is shining there for everyone to see. And when you shine your light brightly, you know what? By some kind of miracle, now I see that light in me. That's the power you have. Illuminate others by sharing your light through the activity of service. Discover more of you. Discover more of you through engaging in service. Peace and blessings to you. Namaste. I bet you can guess what the homework is. If it is not finding a way to be of service in this community, although I will encourage you to find a way to be in service to this community by checking out the tables next door. Find a way to be in service in the larger community in some fashion. Find a way to be in service this week and push through those comfort zones. Find a way that perhaps frightens you and see what flows forth if you step up and address that fear. Go ahead and close your eyes if it's comfortable for you as we settle ourselves into a reflective time on whatever it is that has come up in the heart space, some kernel of truth that we may latch onto and adopt as a belief. Let us drop down into that. I am dropping down to the truth of who I am. I am dropping down, surrendering in love. I am dropping down to the truth of who I am. I am dropping down, surrendering in love. Right here in this moment, I surrender to a deeper understanding of my inherent truth and the inherent truth of each and every one of us. What I accept as truth is that there is only one infinite power and presence, one infinite creative source, one energy, one light, one life, one love. There is God and nothing else. God is omniscience, omnipotence, and omnipresence. And its infinite nature is expressing as all form, all creation. And so this is inclusive of each and every one of us. We are this power. We are this presence. We are this peace, this love, this light. This is our core identity. Every fiber of our being is divine. Every molecule that makes up the physical expression of us is divine. And it is all rooted in the spiritual source, the spiritual understanding, the spiritual principle. Knowing this, I lay claim to this, knowing that my claim is backed by the infinite power of creation. My claim is this, that there is that within me, that within each and every one of us, that is guided to experience and express love through service in a more profound way from this moment moving forward. I trust with full divine authority that this is the way life is unfolding. And as we engage in this, we set the tone for the expression and experience of this entire world. And this is how we find an expression and experience worldwide of peace. And so it is with gratitude in my heart and overflowing that I allow the pure, perfect unfoldment and fulfillment of this word. I step out of the way and let it be so, knowing it is so, because my word spoken is the law unto my life. I let it be as I relax, release, trust, and know. And so it is. Amen. I am dropping down to the truth of who I am. I am dropping down, surrendering in love, surrendering in love, surrendering in love, surrendering in love. Thank you. I see William is taking his mask off. Would you please welcome William Summers, the Vice President of our Board of Directors, to the platform. Oh, you would like that?
I'm so excited. I forgot to pick up a mic today. So I had this really neat thing that I was going to do between us today, but you've actually inspired me today.
Well, that's good.
You do that to me on occasion. And it was you're talking about service. Now, we have many opportunities to serve here, and the faith tradition I grew up in was while you serve and after you make your transition, your reward will be in heaven. Well, things work a lot nicer here for me at Unity because you get your reward right away when you volunteer here. And the opportunities, I hear people say, well, I don't have time. We've taken care of that for you. We have opportunities such as greeters, ushers. There'll be people passing a basket around shortly. You're here anyway. We need some help in the social areas setting up or help with the school kids. And boy, what a reward there. You can change someone's life. I mean, that's just incredible what we can do here. There are other things too that take time other than here, but we have these opportunities for you. And as far as the reward goes, when I was a greeter, people come in and you say hi and you get this smile back and you just get this feeling in your heart of, wow, I don't have to wait for that reward. I've got that reward right here, right now. So I encourage you to stop over if you're the least bit interested in doing any type of service work. Stop over next door, talk to the people, get yourself a cup of coffee if you like, or hot tea, anything like that. While you're going around talking, munch on a cookie. I've had too many. But so please take this opportunity. And if you have any questions, I'll be out in the hallway there. If you have any questions about where to go and what to do and stuff, I'll be more than happy to answer. And thank you so much for allowing me to serve you.
Thank you, William. Thank you. This is also the time in our service where we do give financially, and if you have anything that you would like to offer to the community today, the baskets will be going around. There are many ways that you can give, including texting. That's a super easy way to give. And I'm deeply grateful for all that you do to support this community through your time, through your talent, and through your treasure. Let us share together our giving statement as you hold whatever it is you're offering the community today in your hand. I share this gift with love, conscious of the inner presence as the lavish source and substance of my supply. I am rooted in the assurance that this gift blesses Unity of Tucson, and I trust in its ever-present circulation, knowing its blessings return to me. And so it is. We have a new song for our giving time. You get to sing along if you want. It's super easy. You'll pick it up. God is my source, God is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Sing love, love is my source, love is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Joy, joy is my source, joy is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Sing peace, peace is my source, peace is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. How about light? Light is my source, light is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Back to God. God is my source, God is my power, and I have everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings, 'cause I have everything I need. Yes, I have everything I need. Yeah. That Karen Drucker, I tell ya, she knows how to make a song, right? It is time to celebrate birthdays. So let us first sing happy birthday as someone's gonna bring up the basket to me, I imagine. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yes, happy birthday to everyone who's celebrating this month. So what happens if you're not familiar with what we're doing? Everyone who is celebrating a birthday this month has filled out a form, and they have chosen a charity from our list of vetted charities. And as I draw the winner, a portion of our financial tithe to the community will go to this charity. This month, the winner is Bob Benikoff, or Bob? How do you say your last name? Benikoff, I got it right. And yes, thank you. And the charity chosen by Bob is Youth on Their Own. So Youth on Their Own will get a portion of our contribution this month. I'll hold on to this. I'll hold on to this so I make sure I give it to the bookkeeper. Yes. A lot of things that happen around here. So much activity is going on. We do have spiritual education continuing. We have a Wednesday night class that begins in a couple weeks, the 12 Powers, and that is going to be taught by our licensed Unity teacher, Susan Smith. Susan is here somewhere. There she is, right in front of me. Grateful to have her teaching. Also, you can join this course, Good News About Your Brain. 3 wellness classes to improve mental skill. This is going to be on Tuesdays, March 15th through the 29th at 2 p.m. It is being offered on a love offering basis by Jim Gardner. Is Jim here? Yes, there he is. Hi, Jim. Grateful to have you offering these magnificent opportunities. There are flyers for these events that are in the foyer, so check those out. Also, there's a spiritual experience that is happening. It doesn't have an official title yet, but it's a spiritual experience that you get to take part in as a beta tester. Do you know what a beta tester is? Like when they're testing software, you have beta testers who like try to work out the bugs. Well, this is an opportunity next Sunday at 4 p.m. It's an exploration incorporating movement and sound to express and witness. And so if you are interested in that, show up at the Labyrinth next Sunday at 4 p.m. There's additional information about it on a flyer that is in the foyer as well. And this is being presented by Lisa Spravka. And if you would just say hello and wave your hand. So if you have questions, you can also ask Lisa about it. What else is happening here? The NAMI Walk. So Susan Smith is our team leader for the NAMI Walk, for the National Association for Mental Illness. Would you tell us a little bit about that?
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Just quickly, we've got the NAMI Walk coming up. The NAMI is a National Alliance for Mental Illness. And the reason I'm leading this is a great opportunity to serve. It's a great opportunity to share love. There's 3 reasons and intentions for the walk, and I think they all are fantastic. The first one is to promote public awareness about the importance about mental health and to really work on reducing stigma. And it's coming back to that whole thing, when we need help, this is an organization we can go to, and we don't want people to not get help when they need it, right? This is just such an impactful thing. The second thing is to raise funds for NAMI. NAMI, it has support groups, they do education, they also do advocacy work for people with mental illness. And all the funds that we raise at our walk for our team and in this walk are for the Southern Arizona branch. So it's actually NAMI-SA is what it's called. And then finally is to build community. It's the idea that people are not alone. And after this time of quarantine, what a wonderful message for all of us to share our love. So I hope you can support our team in any way you'd like. Just find me if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. And if you would like to do the walk, it is on April 2nd, Saturday, April 2nd, so just about a month from now. And there's more information and sign up for that in Harmony Hall. Thank you so much, Susan. Another Gaslight Theater opportunity. We have a block of seats for Gaslight Theater on April 10th at 3 p.m. That is a Sunday. So just so you have an awareness, you can come enjoy the morning here and then go enjoy the afternoon there. Of course, it will feature our very own Linda Ackerman and most likely Raphael, maybe, I don't know, yes, we'll see. I don't know what their musical schedule is, so I'm just guessing. But Linda said that she's gonna work to be there for sure that day. Yes. If you have interest in that, you can buy your tickets now, and please purchase them before March 20th. You can see Molly in the foyer around that. Molly, wave your hand. Molly's in the back there. Hi, Molly. So yeah, check that out. Three Musketeers is the show that we're gonna be going and seeing, and it's gonna be so much fun. You get to boo the villain. Just don't let it teach you to boo me. Would you please welcome Sue Rumsey to the platform, who is here to introduce the current artists in the Galleria Sagrada. Hello, Sue. So grateful to have you here. Thank you.
Okay, I know we're running late, but I'm going to do a quick advertisement before I introduce the new artists. We're going to start doing the shows every 2 months instead of every quarter. And with the shows, we're going to have an opening like they do in real galleries. And so we need opening hosts for all of those openings. So see me next door afterwards. Okay, so we have 2 artists this quarter, 3 months. And they're well known in our membership. They are Meredith Little and Evie Weissman. Meredith thinks of herself as a Renaissance woman with interests and talents in many areas, from hairstyling to real estate. Her art background includes commercial art school, cartooning, Japanese brush painting, and local classes. Meredith enjoys collage, found objects, mixed mediums to create abstract interpretations of nature, dreamscapes, landscapes, cats, and universe. She says her spirit and spirituality come from nature and are reflected in her artwork. You know Evie Weissman as our former office manager. Evie creates with a variety of materials, including recycled Materials, acrylic paint, acrylic ink, watercolor, and oil. Birds and butterflies are predominant themes that she loves. Evie frequently paints the background and then adds layers of cutout shapes. There's a black and gray and white one out there that's a really good example of that. It's really cool. You'll need to take time for a close look to see all the elements of the mixed media pieces. Also, look for her stunning piece done with colored pencil. Colored pencil is not easy, and if you look carefully at that, you're going to see that it's a beautiful piece. And by the way, it's priced way too low for colored pencils, so if it interests you, you should get it. Both artists will be donating 20% of the proceeds of sales to Unity of Tucson. This is a great opportunity to acquire artwork from two very talented artists and benefit our church at the same time. Enjoy the show.
Thank you so much, Sue. Would you please welcome Chris Paxton to the stage. I just want to let you know, this is one of the places here where we do need support and service. If you are willing to work with the youth, there's an opportunity to sign up for that as well. But I want to know what happened today in our youth program. Here they come. Look at these magnificent young beings. Hi, Jack. How you doing? Are you going to tell us what happened today?
We decorated these.
Yeah.
And we did not play with bubbles.
And you did not play with bubbles. Okay.
But we will.
But you will.
All right, so we created this because we talked about strength and we talked about seva. So what we've done for you today is we've created beautiful artwork with chalk out on the sidewalk outside the doors there. So we want you to know that our love from our hearts is in those paintings to touch your heart and your God self. Because that's
Beautiful.
an act of seva.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do want to let you know that our prayer chaplains in service today are Deborah Walker and Sue Craik. Deborah and Sue, if you could raise your hands. Deborah is up here. Sue is out here. They will be in the sanctuary if you need a moment of prayer following the celebration today. There is also an opportunity to fill out a prayer request form, put it in our prayer box, which is in the foyer. And so I want to say thank you to everybody who made today possible. I want to say thank you to our entire tech team, Don and Tyler filling in today, and Greg, thank you for your service. Yes, yes, yes. I want to say thank you to Winnell and to Mirta and to Deborah for your service and to William for your service today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm really trying to go because we are way over time today. I want to say thank you to Linda and Joshua and Raphael, our magnificent musicians. And I want to say thank you to every single one of you. Thank you for making your presence known, not just here at Unity of Tucson, but in this thing called life. You are magnificent, and I am deeply grateful for you. Let us share together this as our closing prayer today. I am infinite light. I am infinite love. I am infinite power. I am infinite presence. Wherever God is, I am. Wherever I am, God is. And so it is. Amen. Feel free to dance with our closing song. The word has been spoken. The songs have been sung. Our hearts have been opened together as one. Center of creation, we are divine congregation. We are no separation. We are here we stand. The power of one hand in hand. We shine like the sun. Here we stand together as one family. Here we stand. The truth has been spoken, the message received. Our hearts have been